I remember when I turned 16 years old and I went into Fair Play grocery store. It was the neighborhood grocery store in the area that I grew up in. And when I turned 15, I started volunteering and bagging bags because I knew I wanted to show them that although my hands were different, that I could work, that I wanted to have a job as soon as I turned 16 and I wanted to be hired by Fair Play. So I would always go, shout out to Janice. I would always go to her line and she would let me bag the bags so that they can see, the bosses could see that I was eligible for a job, that I could actually do the job, y'all. So when I turned 16, I applied for Fair Play and I was rejected. They denied my application. And I was told through the grapevine that they didn't think I could do the job because of my hands, although I had been showing them that I could do the job by volunteering to bag bags. But they didn't, I guess, want the liability. I don't know. But I didn't get hired from that job. And so that was the first time that I could remember, the very first job I applied for that I was rejected from. And many other ones, people didn't know if I could hold money. If, baby, trust, if I give you my money, I could take the change. But jobs didn't know if I would be able to exchange money with people and different things. So those jobs missed the opportunity of me being on their staff. And so as I grew up and grew older, I had to learn that it was their loss and that although it seemed like they were rejecting me, they were actually just missing out on me. They was missing out on the good that I was and that I am, okay? And so sometimes we got to look at things. We don't like to be rejected. We don't like for people to tell us no, but sometimes no is necessary to get us to our next. Because I took that job, I may not have been able to take the more paying job that was offered to me maybe a year later. So sometimes we got to pause and we got to look at things and we got to understand that every no does not mean that it's a stumbling block. Sometimes we got to get that no so that we can go to our next. I hope this blessed you. And remember, reject rejection.